So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chef Junie's TV. Today we have another episode of In the Kitchen where I bring you simple and easy recipes for you to try out on the comfort of your own home. On today's episode of In the Kitchen, we're going to be doing a Belizean lemon meringue pie, or a Belizean lemon pie. Before we get into this video, I want to go ahead and give our sponsors a shout out for Cruffy. As you guys can see, I'm wearing the hat and I'm wearing the sweater. They got all kind of stuff on their website. It is a Belizean clothing line, so make sure you go over there and check it out. They got hoodies, they got beanies, they got hats, they got shirts, they got sweaters. They got all kind of stuff on there. They even got Christmas sweaters on there. So make sure you go on there, check out the website. The link is in the description down below. But let's get into this video, all right? So for our list of ingredients, what we're going to do is, I was going to actually make a pie dough, but in the kitchen, as you guys know, it's simple and easy recipe. So I went to the store and I bought pie dough, right? And it was a 2-pack for $2.50, so it's pretty cheap. You don't have to worry about making a pie dough. So this is a pie dough. We got 3 large eggs. I got pure vanilla extract. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of that. I have a 14-ounce can of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. I have 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice. You can either use fresh squeezed lemon juice or the lemon juice that comes in a bottle. And we also going to use about 1/2 cup of sugar. But the sugar and the vanilla is for the meringue, all right? But anyway, let's start this video, all right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your oven, of course, to 425 degrees. That's just to bake off your pie crust, all right? So you want to take a fork and you just want to go ahead and stab up the pie dough a little bit. That way, when it's baking, it don't bubble up, all right? You don't want the pie dough to bubble up. And we don't have no like pie weights for this, so just go ahead and stab that up. We're going to throw this in the oven for about 15 minutes. And I'll see you guys when we get back, all right? We want a nice golden brown complexion. And I'll see you guys when we get back, all right? All right, it's been about 15 minutes. And as you can see, the pie dough came out. It kind of cracked a little bit, but it's okay. That's fine. This is a nice golden brown complexion. So we're going to put this to the side. And we're going to go ahead and start on our filling, all right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to get a bowl. And you want to get your condensed milk, all right? So you want to take a spoon. You just want to get all the condensed milk out of there. Now you can also use a spoon to stir it up, or you can use a whisk, but I like to use a whisk. Then we're going to add our lemon juice. Again, this is 3/4 cup of lemon juice. You can add as much or as little as you want. I like mine's kind of tart, kind of sour, kind of lemony. So I'll use 3/4 of a cup. If you like it more lemony, use a whole cup. If you like less lemony, use 1/2 cup. But this is the stage where you want to add it. So if you don't like it too lemony, go ahead and start with 1/2 cup, mix it up and taste it, all right? We're going to go ahead and go with 3/4 of a cup. And we're just going to mix this up. Now, if you wanted to, this is where you would be tasting it at to see how tart it is, all right? Next up, we're going to separate the egg yolk from the egg white, all right? We actually need the egg whites for the meringue and the egg yolks for the pie, okay? So let me show you guys how I separate my eggs. This is how I like to do it. Again, like I said, this is where you want to taste this to see if it's lemony enough for you or not, or too lemony, too tart, before you add the eggs. You don't want to be tasting raw eggs, basically. So this is how I like to separate my eggs, all right? So I just crack it on a flat surface so you don't get no shells in it. And you let it just fall through your fingers. This is kind of like a pro tip. You just let it fall through your fingers, just like so. You add your egg to there. All right? So you crack it in half over the bowl. And then you just let it fall through your fingers. Easy peasy. Simple, right? Again, just crack it and let it fall through your fingers. You want your fingers to be cracked a little bit. Not too much, but not closed too much either. And let the egg do the rest, alright? So boom, we're going to go ahead and put these egg whites to the side for now. And we're going to use these in a second, alright? Then we're just going to mix this up. And now we're just going to add it to our pie crust. Just like so. Alrighty. Now we're going to put this to the side. And we're going to work on our meringue. So we're going to put this pie crust to the side with the filling in it. And we're going to work on our meringue, alright? So, let's bring this a little bit closer. So, what you want to do is you want to make sure your bowl is nice and clean. No type of debris in there. And nice and dry, along with your whisk too. That's the only way you're going to have a good meringue. Because if there's anything, any type of contaminant in your bowl, the meringue isn't going to come out good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lock our mixer. We're going to add our egg whites to that, right? And we're going to start it on low. We're going to start on about 2, right? Just whip a little bit of air in there. Let it get all, start to mix up a little bit. Crack it up a little bit. We're going to let that go. Kick it up a notch. Now that you can see it start to turn white and start to foam up, you can go ahead and throw it on high, alright? We'll go ahead and let that do its thing for a little bit. We're going to get our vanilla extract out. Again, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of this, and we're going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar. You don't want to add this until your meringue is pretty much like 85% there. When it's like at a medium peak, then you want to add this stuff to it, alright? And we're getting there. It's about at a medium peak now. We're going to go ahead and add our sugar first. Remember, we're going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you want to add this slowly. You don't want to pour it all in at once. And you don't want to over mix your meringue either. And then we're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this meringue is almost finished. Actually, it's probably about done now. Alrighty. Let's see. You see that tip? Stiff peak, stiff tip. You also go test it out like this. It stays in the bowl. Anyways, now we're going to pipe this on You can do this the very rustic way and just pour the egg white on top and our part of the meringue on top and just leave it like that. But we're gonna do a little bit of we're gonna do a little kind of fancy. All right, so we're gonna get our tip. All right, so this is our piping tip right here. I don't know the technical term for it, but we're gonna call it our piping tip. And we're gonna get a Ziploc bag. All right, and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put your, actually you want to cut the bag first, right? You're gonna cut a little sliver of the corner like that. All right, so you want to cut the bag first. Make sure it don't get in the pie. We're gonna put our tip in and kind of push it through. All right, so it can kind of get locked into place right there. All right, boom. So you want it to look just like that. All right, then you want to cuff the bag over your hand like this, right? And then what you want to do is you want to just take a spoon or something and you want to put the meringue in the piping bag or in the Ziploc bag. And kind of just work it all the way down like that. And then you just want to pipe it onto the pie and make little pretty little mountain pillows of meringue. You like that? You do circles, you do big, you do small, you just do down like that. However you want to do it. Like I said, you just open it on top of the spoon, come straight up, and that's it. This way, of course, takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. So you just go around in a circle. Then we just go to it, and then we see what's moving, like so, alright? Alrighty. But you get the point. We're going to throw this in the oven for 30 minutes, a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Then we're going to let it cool down, and we're going to see what it's about, all right? Anyways, let's throw this in the oven, and I'll see y'all when it comes out, all right? All right, so 30 minutes later, it's out the oven. As you guys can see, it's really beautiful, really gorgeous, really so many amazing words. What you want to do is you want to let this sit now, get cool down a little bit, then throw it in the fridge and serve this cold, all right? My peaks could have been a little bit better. I could have had a little bit better, more presentation, but it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. It's still going to be delicious, but there it is. Chef Junie's Belizean Lemon Meringue Pie. And once again, shout out to our sponsors. Make sure you check out their website. The link is in the description down below. If you guys made it this far, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below and let me know any recipes you want to see me do. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Anyways, I'll check y'all next time. Peace.
Whoa, whoa.